Kelleher is a tier 3 legend, which means Kelleher is a tier 3 legend, and tier 3 includes guys like Wijnaldum. Because of you're talking about iconic moments, Barcelona 4-0. That is just unforgettable. He fits the longevity, right? You're gonna remember those Wijnaldum goals, right? 20 years from now against Barcelona. So I see him as a legend. Divock as well is a tier 3 legend. Champions League final goal, Barcelona 2 goals, like goals against Everton, like the Jordan Pickford T-Rex arms, legend. You're gonna remember those 20 years from now, Tim.
Which one am I going to remember?
Divock Origi's.
Divock, that's what I mean. Divock,
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a discussion when he left,
Yeah.
and there was multiple moments that we discussed. Which one is the most memorable?
Right.
There's that Divock goal. There's that Everton game.
Yeah.
I mean, that goal is one of the best goals I've seen to date. So, like that long ball coming top, he just brings it down and like volleys it over.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the corner taken quickly. There is the Newcastle, was it?
Yeah, Newcastle at the death. Yeah, at the death. Newcastle at the death. Yeah.
See, that's why he's a cult hero. I still don't. He's a legend in the sense that you will never forget him. He's not a legendary player in terms of ability, but he's a cult hero. Everybody will remember him for a while. I think James Milner is in that category. At least for me, I don't think it will be for a lot of Liverpool fans.
James Milner? No, he's not a legend.
But
he's
I don't think a lot of people in 20 years will be like, oh, yeah, James Milner. I think James Milner is a legend within himself as a personality and, like, you know, what he can do and what he does and stuff like that.
Last question before we go. I mentioned Wijnaldum in my tier 3 list. Do you think ability-wise, the ability could be argued for Wijnaldum? Because I think 2018 to 2020, he was a world-class midfielder.
So what's the question? Like, are we like?
No. Do you think he can be
a legend ability-wise? You're saying?
Yeah. In that specific category for the ability portion, because you mentioned Divock didn't have the ability. For Wijnaldum, could you say the same?
Oh, I mean, Divock had the ability. I just don't think. I mean, first of all, that was a front three that he was never going to break into.
Okay.
I mean, who was he going to get benched? Mane or Bobby? You know, like he was just not going to get into that front three. He was content with his role, probably knowing it's almost like sitting behind Ali, like knowing, hey, you know what? I know, like this is the guy that I got to replace. That is not going to happen, but I'm going to do my thing, kind of a deal. Like Kelleher, what a legend. But where is Divock today? I don't know. He's probably modeling somewhere in Milan or something. But Wijnaldum, I think he's one of the best shielders of the ball I've ever seen.